Hello again, everyone, and welcome on back to baseball here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean, and every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time, you can catch a fresh game of baseball here on the channel today. We're wrapping up a 3-game set against the Chicago White Sox. Brian Wu on the mound, 6-0 with a 1.76 ERA, taking on Martin Perez, 2-3 with a 4.01 ERA. We're looking for the series sweep. We're 41-6. We are absolutely crushing it. Let's jump in to today's game. Let's make sure this lineup is going to be fully rested and ready to roll for the series in Houston. It's a 4-game set. Chew. So it might be a little bit funky. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, so Canzone's in right field with the injury to Robles. We can put, oh god, Dylan Moore's at second with the left-handed starting pitcher. You know what? Let's throw Bliss at second, and we will throw Dylan Moore at third. Because I think Solano could use a day off, and he's hitting pretty cold. Let's get Dylan Moore to lead off. Is there anybody else we can use? Shenton, he's a lefty. You don't really want that. Rayleigh's at first. You know what we can do is we can go Cal Raleigh for Ford. Just so we make sure we have... Crawford's going to need to probably sit one of the Houston games. Which is fine. Okay, I got to figure this lineup out. This is a mess. This is a mess. All right, let's leave Julio in the 3. Actually like Canzone in the 2, even though he doesn't have a ton of speed. Ford should not be in that spot. Luke Raley, though, is a better option. Actually, Polanco is probably the better option. We could put a Rosarina 5th. And we can go Ford. Actually, I'm okay with the double lefty because it's pretty decent speed, actually. Let's build the speed. Yeah, and then it'll flip over, and Dylan Moore is decent. Okay. Actually, kind of like that. Moore isn't quite as fast as I thought he was. I think this lineup is okay. I actually really like the bottom of the lineup, just because of the way it builds speed. Which could give Dylan Moore, Canzone, and Rodriguez some opportunities to get some ribbies. All right, it's Mariners, White Sox. We're looking for a sweep. Brian Wu looking for a win number 7, his 7th straight on the season. We are tied for the league lead in home runs. Luke Raley has 18. Logan Gilbert, big game on the mound yesterday. Rosarena shined in the win yesterday. Got his 100th career home run. Bullpen over the last 17 games has looked great. We're looking to extend a 25-game winning streak, and the White Sox are 1-9 in their last 10. League news, a lot of Mariners news. We don't really need to read all of that. David Festa, 7 innings, as does Mike Soroka of 2-hit ball in their respective matchups. Twins, Guardians, Nationals, Braves. Luis Garcia collects 6 RBI in a win versus the Brewers. And Adley Rutschman snaps an 0-for-17 streak with a 2-hit performance in the same game. The Yankees are a game and a half behind the Orioles in the AL East. And a couple of guys go to, actually some big names, Kyle Schwarber and Bo Naylor, to the 10-day IL. Quick look at the farm report.
First pitch coming your way next.
Oops. Game number 48.
Just about
and we may never lose again.
And today's starter, Martin Perez. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They could move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Sometimes it pays to blow your nose. Ball 1. All right, here we go.
Next offer
maybe that time you just pull LT, you know?
Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it,
this has quickly turned into a very bad at-bat. Sacred 93, a circle change at 86, a cutter at 90, a 12-6 curve at 80, and a 4-seam at 94.
Hit hard on the ground is short.
Got an okay piece of contact there, but still not great.
Easy out to start the game.
Not a good start. Not a good
Check out
start.
the Mariners lineup. This is an absolute powerhouse offense, Chris, and they piled up more runs than any other team in the league.
Boog, fans absolutely love to see this kind of lineup every day. I mean, come to the ballpark, turn it on TV. You know that it's going to be exciting. They score runs by the bunches.
This game got delayed today.
Games because of it, and you know what? It's going to be really important for pitchers facing them to hit their spots.
Ooh, that's a circle change.
Because if you don't, it's going to be a long game.
And he hits a ground ball
that
right
is
side.
Not a good start for us.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have
That's
to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
Seems like he's making contact with everything lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
First pitch.
It's a nice little hit streak for Julio. He had 3 hits yesterday, all of them singles.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Taylor makes a nice
very
grab.
late. Really did not anticipate that was going to stay up like that.
First, no score.
I believe that's the first top of the inning, top of the first, where we go scoreless.
Back here with my pal Singy, getting the nod on the mound. Ryan Wu.
Well, coming into this game, hitters are
of course, I did say we'll never lose again, so.
This starting pitcher, so
I mean, you might as well have just written down the jinx there, huh?
Move his pitches around, add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start squaring up the baseball. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Really lucky there. That was a horrible location for a fastball. Just able to beat him. I hit X, but thankfully he didn't skip through that. This season, average 15th in AL.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
So bad they didn't even have a number for it. Yeah, that 4-seam was in a god-awful location.
Oh, he doesn't
get the call. Strike.
And that's ball 1.
Ooh, so a terrible location on the 4-seam. He puts it right where I want him to put it, and
probably doesn't agree, but
can't do anything with it.
To move on to the next pitch.
That is a god-awful fastball. That one definitely felt like I pulled.
For the second out. 2 outs, space is empty. Benintendi to the plate. That's a strike. Benintendi launched a homer in his most recent game. On the ground. And foul ball.
The ball boy just missed that?
Two out, space is empty. That one just misses.
That's a really good
come on.
Slider down and in. Very difficult
put
to
this
get on the
fastball
same
high and
do
tight.
anything with.
There we go. Beautiful location. All right, let's settle the bats down a little bit. It was a bad at-bat with Dylan Moore in the first inning. I thought the Julio hit may drop in for a single, but we weren't able to get that to happen.
Welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Now it's going to be Jorge Polanco. Perez, a 6-foot lefty.
We do have some funky lineup here.
The team is a free agent.
That's slow outside. Reverse strike. 26 hits, 6 home runs. We've won each of the previous 2 games 7-1. That is just not committed low enough in the zone.
The throw to first, and Polanco is out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
And stepping in for the Mariners, Randy Arozarena.
Oh, no way. That was late?
Taylor
I felt like I had better timing on that.
And up next for Seattle, J.P. Crawford.
That's a bad swing.
First offering is fouled off. Second inning here, no score. And there's a ball.
Here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
It's a bad swing.
2 outs. That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it. Mariners go down quietly.
Darn.
We'll go to the
So the Rodriguez hit I thought was going to drop, and the Crawford, or the Rodriguez contact, and the Crawford contact I thought was going to float, and I was opposite on both.
Bottom of the inning. Now here is Luis Robert Jr.
Good news is we only threw 8 pitches in the last, or in the inning.
Back to work.
We were averaging 10 pitches an inning for about 7 innings or so yesterday. Couldn't quite get the complete game, but it's all good.
And there's
That was a horrible slider. Thankfully, we had him early on that. Otherwise, that's probably long gone.
And that's a strikeout.
It's a beautiful location on that fastball. That's what we want to see.
It was effective. And here is Sosa to the plate.
He's done a great job making contact recently, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
Strike one. Swing and a high fly ball out there.
Arozarena with a nice diamond jump on that.
2 down.
Batting 6, the shortstop.
So up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Ooh, slider did not slide. Slider more sliding.
Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now
Come
we'll look down
on.
to third. Did
Come
not go.
on.
2 down, nobody on. And they'll do it again.
Come on. Just trying to check the
Another 1-2.
foul.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Keeps the
Come
at-bat
on.
going
We're
with
going to
the foul
throw this
ball.
guy more pitches than we threw in the entire
Pitch of
first
the
inning.
at-bat coming up.
This one's going to match it, number 8.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Called strike 3 of the
I thought that
fastball.
one,
And that ran
whatever.
back over the
So a
inner path.
9-pitch
So no
at
runs,
bat
no
there.
hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full, no score. Welcome back.
There's a look at the series recap. 7-1, 7-1. As we look for the sweep here.
Fought off foul.
Got off to a nice start in yesterday's game with a 4-0 lead.
Swing and a miss. And a count
Way
is
too
0-2.
late.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings
I don't know
and
where I was
misses.
going with that.
Strikeout.
That's
chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher,
God, he went with his
really expand the
5th
zone and see
pitch.
how aggressive that hitter's going to be.
Yeah, very late was not the
Back
problem
right
there.
Clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul
That
that
sinker's
off.
in a bad spot.
Raley, the
Now, this was a
batter
problem
now,
that we
he
did
swings and
actually have
misses for
yesterday.
strike
We
1.
were in too much of an auto swing situation there.
Swing and a line
Because,
drive
and
base
it's
hit out of the
not
center
necessarily
field.
Luke
So
Raley's
they get a
fault,
man
but
aboard with a 1-out single.
we got the solo home run with him, and then we put on 3 more with the Rosarena, I think, maybe. And it's just like, we were in a bad spot, and then it was like, well, we had 1 hit on the first pitch, so we could do that more.
That ball at all, and that's why it jumped off the bat.
Trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. That's a strike, and it's 0-1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Foul ball
Foul,
there.
foul, foul, foul.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Perez keeping him close. Runner takes off. Pitch is low.
Yeah, he was out.
Tag, and he's out.
Well, they tried to go a little after having
Too
just
aggressive.
the first hit of this ball game, so that caught stealing kind of stinks. Can't blame him for
That's
trying
outside.
to get something going offensively, but so far it's just not
4
happening for
straight
these guys.
sinkers.
Still 2-2
There's a circle
after
change
the foul ball.
early on
That
it.
wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes,
But that's not what that pitch was.
That's outside. That's a walk. Bit of an unfortunate miss there.
This one smoked. Could be trouble.
Darn. We
Around
cost
first,
ourselves a
heading
run.
for 2. And his first big league hit is a double.
We probably would have scored Raley. Okay, that's all right. Hey, don't worry about it. That's his first major league hit. So
And
congrats
this is
to
a
Harry
moment I'm sure
Ford.
he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
So the lineup flips over. And now for Seattle, Dylan Moore.
That's fine.
And that's in there for
Cut her
strike
in the
1.
corner, no problem.
In the dirt.
Not going anywhere, that's fine.
The 1-1 is
Early,
fouled
damn it.
off. Ford stands at second with 2 gone. Foul ball still a 1-2
That was a
count.
bad.
And
That's a bad
now
swing.
for
Let's
the
take a time.
1-2. Time is called at home plate. And that's
That's
outside.
outside. That's outside.
Line drive. That's a hit. Coming home.
Hey, nicely done, Dylan Moore.
He'll score, and it's
There we
an
go.
RBI
Hey, we get that run.
single,
That's
and it's
fine.
1-0.
See
1-0.
this a whole lot
Do it the
anymore
small
where
way.
hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
Dominic Canzone.
Really
Up
just
next
trying to
for the
get a
Mariners.
contact swing and
Grounded
hope
out
that it
his
went
first
somewhere that I
time.
was able to do something with it.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that'll get down for
That's
a hit.
fine.
And out to a board.
It's kind of what we need at a can zone.
Now batting, the center fielder,
So
Julio
up next,
Rodriguez.
Julio Rodriguez. Flied to
That's
right.
a real bad
his
pitch.
First time.
Her swing.
That one
That
fouled
might be a
off.
worse one.
2 on, 2 outs. Out to short. They take runners out. They limit the damage here.
Tap it on the sinker. We don't commit.
It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching
4 hits,
Mariners
1 run.
baseball
Gross.
on the show,
Should be
Northwest.
2 runs. We should have gotten caught with that steal. Little too aggressive.
Struggles at the plate in this series.
So they averaged 0.7 runs a game, which is actually incorrect. They should have 1 run a game because each game has been 1, whatever. But I guess it's decreased because we played 3 innings or whatever. Okay, I thought the game froze. Holy moly. I was like, oh no. Our 1-0 victory. Or our 1-0 game, I should say.
Strike 1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Here's the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. On the ground to the left. Moore.
It's yellow.
And he can't come up with it.
It's another error. We get a lot of strikeouts, so I don't feel like I'm quite as good in the field as I should be. It's a pretty frustrating. It's another error, though. Like, it's just bad.
He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half
There
is
we
open.
go.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Tying run is at first.
Ooh,
Here in the third and final game of the
generous calls are able to clip the corner. And it's a little frustrating. We cannot, again, like, induce a ground ball double play. I know we went high fastball there to punch him out. Maybe that's on me. But
calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Rojas in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Next offering is
of course,
downstairs.
we already had an opportunity to get out on a ground ball, but
that's to third. That is the inning. So no
That's
runs,
gonna be a
no
real
hits,
bad
and
throw.
1 error, but they leave him stranded. On to inning number 4.
Oh, goodness
it's
gracious.
the Mariners 1 and the White Sox nothing.
we had a pretty error-filled series with the San Diego Padres.
Back at the ballpark.
Don't love
And
seeing
this
that
series
rear its
has
ugly
been
head.
Ugly on the mound.
Look at that,
as we look at the
7.0
numbers.
ERA. Walks and hits per innings pitched 1.50. Okay.
Fastball for a
That
strike.
cutter is really...
He's been pitching well.
I gave up on that
We'll see
pitch
what
so
kind of
early.
adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Sinker's in a bad spot.
And that's downstairs
outside.
and outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next
That's
offering
outside
is
as well.
down and away. Next offering is
Way outside. Okay. Okay. I don't think we've even taken the bat off our shoulder here.
There's a high
Ooh,
chopper.
it's a 12-6
Montgomery.
curve. That
And
really
Polanco
dropped.
is out.
Damn. Damn.
Now batting, left fielder.
Randy Arozarena
Arozarena.
up next for the Mariners. Puts it in the air out towards left center.
It was a
Montgomery
cutter. We were pretty good on the timing, but it was way
makes
up in the
grab
zone.
For the second out.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Now a high fly ball out to left center.
Darn, actually not terrible.
Fletcher pulls it in on the run.
Kind of just let it go back to its normal. Maybe I should be, since we're so committed, maybe set the, click the left stick to set the point, anchor point or whatever, up in the zone. That way we can just kind of let it go. And
here on the south side, now the number 2 hitter, Dominic Fletcher.
Dominic Fletcher.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. It's 0-1. Outside corner for a strike.
0-2.
Foul off the plate. They'll do it again.
come on.
Stays alive.
God. The lefties have seen Wu pretty well.
2 now. Just off the inside edge.
Come on.
Especially with 2 strikes.
On the ground to short. Crawford throws to first in time. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
That is a bad slider. If you're looking for it, that is good hitting. We threw one like that to Luis Robert Jr.
Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Ooh, Baia. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And 1-2.
That's a good pitch there.
Come on, you didn't want that?
Run and finished a little up and in.
You didn't want that?
On the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it,
there we go.
As you jog back to the dugout.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Robert in the box with 2 gone.
Okay.
And
A little surprised we got that call, but I'll take it.
The White Sox hitless so far in the game. Struck him out looking.
Zone's gotten a little wide, it
For the
seems.
White Sox, they're down 1-0. Ready now for the 5th inning, and stepping in for the Mariners, Ryan Bliss. Perez back to work. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
He's been leading first pitch cutter a lot. Just the location's been a little funky.
Comebacker to the
Yeah, right to him. There's no way to. There's no way. There's no reason to do that. Getting a little frazzled at the plate.
And now the first baseman, Luke.
The cutter has given me some trouble. It's been up here.
Swing and a high fly ball, well
And
struck.
that is anchored
Way back there.
and gone. Let's go, Rayleigh.
A solo
So I
shot.
hit I hit
That's his 3rd
L3.
home run of the
That
series.
anchored it to that top
Adds
right
the
corner.
lead. It's 2-0.
And I saw that pitch coming in. Just let it go.
This dude is on fire.
Hey,
Boo.
let's
These kinds of streaks
get
just
that
don't come
used
around
a little
too
more
often.
frequently.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that. And probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Ford, batting with 1
That's fine.
down, takes a strike.
That's fine.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World
my
Baseball
God.
Classic.
Take
If you watch that video,
Take a
you'll see
step
how much
out.
that moment meant to him.
One down, base is empty. That one not close. 1-2 to count.
Oh my goodness.
Taylor coming on. Makes the catch.
It's just a horrible at bat. I am so sorry, Harry Ford. I apologize. I think there was one strike actually thrown in there, and then we swung at everything else.
Before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
And first offering is fouled off. Moore, a former Gold Glove winner, 32 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2015. That's out to center field. Nabs it, and that'll do it.
Okay. Well, we get the solo shot from Rayleigh. Otherwise, the balls have been.
It's now a 2-0.
They've been willing to stay up in the air.
Into the show.
We have a lead.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's
1-9. They beat the Cubs 5-3.
Letting Sosa.
Okay. Kind of a surprisingly helpful insurance run early in this one where we're not swinging the bat very well. We have to make some adjustments with what we're trying to do. That's a strike. That's a strike. Got to make some adjustments because we are going to Houston. They are going to be a step up in competition. It's not an insult to the Chicago White Sox. Even though every other team in our division, the AL West, is under 500.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Rayleigh drifts towards it. Makes the grab, one away.
That's an out.
And up next for Chicago, Colson Montgomery.
Colson Montgomery.
There's a strike.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
That was a bad time to take my hand off the control. But my leg really itches.
Kicks and deals. This one popped up. Bliss. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now
here's Corey Lee. He's 0 for 1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Come on.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should.
There we go.
Strike 3 and the
all right, let's try to get him through 6. We're going to start getting to that third time through the order. They only have 1 hit, 2? 1? No. 0. Okay. So it should be 8-9-1 in the 6th. Okay. New pitcher, Shane Smith, 1-0 record in 21 games.
Number 64.
Righties batting pretty well against him. 5.16 ERA.
Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Canzone. 1 for 2.
That is a bad swing. 4-seam fastball at 94, a slider at 84, a cutter at 89, and a 2-seam at 91, and that's the pitch that we see first.
That one down the
Not
line.
Terrible. I wish we weren't just early on it.
One up, one down.
Now batting.
We're swinging too early in these counts.
Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. 0 for 2 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Gus Varland getting loose out there. Gilbert getting loose as well. In the air, right side.
That's an out.
Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 down, base is empty. Digging in, Jorge Polanco. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
No balls. One strike. Ball.
It's outside.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Ugh.
And that one moves his feet. In the air, left field, Benintendi.
Just not seeing the ball well
Makes
at
the
all
catch.
today.
And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Mariners 2.
I should have looked at their
White Sox
lineup
nothing.
before we went and did that offensive top half of the inning.
Welcome back. And
Just
we
look
take
at
a
our
look
team.
at the starting pitching
Still second in
so far
those
this
hits
year.
per 9, but first in everything else. We have 11 total walks this season. We should be able to get to 300 innings with our starting pitchers in that Houston series. I don't know if it counts, because we'd be at about 294.
I'm impressed by.
All right, what's their lineup looking like? Oh, it's triple lefties. Okay, let's...
By the number of first pitch strikes, he's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
That is a terrible slider. Gross.
Got him. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Michael A. Taylor. Now at the
Last
plate.
batter
Went
for
down
Wu
looking on
here.
3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Yeah, that drops in for a strike. And he lays down a bunt. And that's just foul. One down, base is empty.
Foul.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2.
Ooh, not a good pitch.
And it's
Yeah,
fouled off.
not a
He'll
good
do it
pitch.
again.
Yikes.
Ball. 1 ball. 2 strikes.
Ow. My hand.
On the ground to third. To first. And that quickly 2 away.
Good
Okay.
outside run and sink on that.
How
pitch
is it
right
looking
there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into
in
that out.
the
So
bullpen?
the batting order turns over. Here's Josh Rojas. He's been a great free agent sign.
Oh, no. So sorry. Let's go mound visit. And we will put the lefty in the game. It's 3 lefties. We'll let him pitch that whole inning. And then we'll actually go ahead and take a look at what the next batters up will be.
In a minute.
I don't think we've had to use Munoz in this series because we've been up so big.
Spire. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh.
Okay.
Fastball for a strike.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And
There
down
we go.
on strikes. And it's a 1-2-3
3 pitch
inning.
out. That's
Jack
exactly
Sox
what I
on
want
the
to see
check
out of the
here.
bullpen.
They trail things
Bring
here
him in for
2-0.
1 batter. Let's go. Let's take a quick look at their lineup.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the White
back.
Sox.
We're in the 7th. We have a
Tyler
new pitcher on the
Gilbert is
mound.
gonna come in
Tyler
here.
Gilbert.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the left fielder, Randy Arozarena.
Cutter at 89, a 4-seam at 92, a 2-seam at 92, 12-6 at 78, and a splitter at 84.
Ball one, no strikes.
That actually came in a little bit quicker than I was anticipating on a high 80s cutter.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
Into center.
Okay, there we go. Third time's the charm, I think, on that little bloop shot. We missed one with Julio. I thought we had one with Crawford.
Now batting.
So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it. Just shoot it up the middle of the field for that.
Let's do this. It's not a smart plan.
Crawford.
Santos being in the bullpen, warm and ready is good.
Here's a swing and a drive left field. And
really? I am surprised that was perfect. I thought that was late. I thought we were going to be late on that pitch.
His 7th home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest
that
moment
surprised
yet. Man,
me.
my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
Bullpen Sports Grill. We put 3 words on a wall.
When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even
I didn't think we got the barrel to that.
When you give up a home run right there,
that might be, of all the home runs we've hit this season, that might be the single most surprising home run. It's lefty-lefty. Crawford actually has surprising power against lefties, 51. But a perfect. We're able to just get under.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It falls in, and that's a base hit.
Now we're starting to do some damage. We are still in a bad spot where we are swinging too frequently early in counts. That was another first pitch swing.
He's already homered in this game. Swing.
That's
and
another
a high
one.
Fly ball in the air left field.
That's an awful swing.
And there's one away.
Now batting, catcher Harry Ford.
Here's the catcher to hit, Harry Ford. That's towards center.
That's another,
Fletcher has a beat on it.
It's another fucking early swing.
Squeezes it. 2 away down.
Just cannot be doing that.
Now batting, third
Here's Dylan
baseman,
Moore.
Dylan Moore.
Step off, throw to first, and he's back in safely. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. High fly ball out towards left field. That one's back.
Oh,
And gone.
Dylan Moore got a hold of that one too. What the hell?
That'll fire up the dugout. It's their
What a bizarre inning this is here in Chicago. 2 2-run home runs, and both of them on the surprising side. It does now. We do have 9 miles an hour of wind pushing out that way.
90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit
That
hard.
one just
Really
kept
good
going
swing
and in a
there.
positive way.
Patient, waited for it. It was like
So
BP all
he
over
pitched
again.
what, 0.2 innings, and he gave up 4
And
earned.
it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Tyler Gilbert won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute.
I think
with
we had a
new
pretty
arm
good jump
mound.
on the steal attempt as well, which is good.
Pitching for the
White Sox going with a new arm.
Gus Varland,
37.
he's coming in.
Big deficit on the scoreboard.
Okay, now we don't have to worry about it. We can try to get one more run across to make it 7-1 for all 3 games. Actually, we'd have to give up a run. Never mind. We could win by 6. That's fine. 4-seam at 98, a slider at 91, and a circle change at 90. That's such a terrible swing, me. God, that's just early. The pitch is so far inside.
But 2 round
Gross.
trippers in this inning. The long ball was working.
Gross.
The lead has exploded to a half dozen. Back after this on the show. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
Boo, growing up, who was your favorite big league mascot?
The Philly Fanatic, still the best mascot.
Is there a reason?
Oh man, that was a great
Well, I love
moment with the Philly Fanatic again during the rivalry weekend. O'Neal Cruz stole the keys. Awesome, fucking
Some
awesome.
people say you and the Philly Fanatic kind of have some things in common.
We have a similar body type. It's true. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when
Probably the last batter here for Brash.
Swinging a ground ball.
Now we actually could get Brash at, well, no, actually, never mind. Bottom 7, never mind. I was gonna say we could get Brash a save here, but I don't think there's anything. I don't think that's worth. If it was bottom 8, sure. It's bottom 7. No, thank you. So it's righty, righty, lefty, righty. So let's warm up another lefty. Warm up Morhone. And we can bring in Santos. So what do we know about Gregory Santos, everybody? His pitches are quick release.
Is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute.
Even when I say that, I still, there's just enough time where we're looking at the stats and I'm looking at his numbers and then I just forget.
Now pitching for
Gregory Santos on a pitch out of the pen.
Burping, hiccuping, we're checking the score, we're realizing that the Seattle Mariners are losing to the Chicago White Sox.
It just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is.
I gotta make sure that I download the Seattle Sports app so I can listen to the game tomorrow. It's at like 11:10, which is cool.
Robert in the box here. Let's
go for a
ball. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits. Ground ball left side, and it gets through for a hit. Their first of the ball game.
We were working with a combined no-hitter.
Lenny and Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Yeah, sliders have not been
slider right there.
Not been my friend here. Staying over the heart of the plate. Staying over the heart of the plate.
On the ground out to short. They get the force.
Okay.
And that is that.
Didn't realize there were. Yeah, I forgot there were two outs.
Still up against a 6-0 deficit. And we're back, ready to begin the 8th, and now the center fielder.
So Julio's 3 for 8 in this series. All 3 hits coming in that second game.
And that's off the outside edge.
That's a terrible swing.
Action in the pen down there. Justin Anderson, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Schuster also getting ready. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Reaching for it.
Not able to get it away from the defenders. Like
that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And now
that is unfortunate.
0 for 3 in this one. Foul ball.
That's early.
Varland, 28 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Fuck
and
out.
Up as he asks for time at the plate. Popped up.
Gross.
Dice.
That second strike was abysmal. It put us in a terrible spot where we kind of needed to swing at that.
And now Randy Arozarena. That one hit to right. Taylor. As this one sized up, he's got it, and that'll end the inning.
All right, so we'll leave Santos in for another couple batters, and then we have a lefty ready to roll for that bottom of the lineup. As it flips over to the top for the triple lefty at the top. A little bummed that we lost the no-hit bid. Combined no-hit bid. I feel like that's one of the few things that we've not done is a combined situation.
That slider breaking in could be a tricky pitch. If you don't finish it and have that bite at the end and it stays out over the plate, it can get hit a long way. But that was a good one right there.
Crawford throws to first in time. One gone to the bottom of the 8th. Corey Lee will hit next. That one finds the corner. That's strike 1.
Corey Lee is batting .080.
On the ground, right side.
Why did you dive, Rayleigh?
Base hit.
You had that. I don't know why you needed to dive. I didn't hit the button.
Runner on at first with one gone.
You can go one more.
Matt Theis. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Not that pitch, please.
So far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
Swings through the fastball.
That's
up in the
real
zone.
rough.
1-2.
And a swing and a miss. 2 out.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to
my
make
God.
an adjustment booth, get
We're
back on
too
track. His team needs
slow.
him.
Taylor in the box again. Takes a strike. And that one is inside ball 1.
1 strike.
Lee off of first with 2 away. And that is cut on and missed. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses.
There we go.
It's a strikeout. This one
Okay.
pretty well decided at this point.
So we'll bring in the lefty to wrap things up.
It's the Mariners 6 and the White Sox nothing.
And this one, a little closer than the score would indicate. We were only up by 2. And it did take us a little bit to get on the...
All set to start the 9th in this one. And now for Seattle.
it did take us a little bit to get on the board.
That one finds the zone. And that is strike 1. Movement in the bullpen. Jake Eater.
98 on a fastball, 91 on a slider, 90 on a circle change.
Next offering is fouled back. Time called. Chance to collect himself down 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball. High fly ball lifted into
I
right
pulled that
field.
one down a little bit. Darn it.
1 down. And stepping in for the Mariners, Ryan Bliss. 1 for 3. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
On the mound, you
What
take
are
a
you
note,
swinging
you see
at?
the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
They say it went.
Oh my God. Oh my
Behind
God.
0-2, he steps out for time.
It's 2 abysmal swings with Bliss. I'm so sorry. Those aren't even close.
1 down, base is empty. That one the other way.
It was a
Makes
3-ball
the grab,
count.
and there's 2 gone.
That's
Never fun going
inexcusably
back to the
bad.
dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 outs. Fouled off left side.
Real late.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
Fucking fuck. Oh my God.
Back here on.
Can we just not have the most abysmal at-bats? Stop fucking swinging.
So out of the bullpen
We
for
swing
the
early in
Mariners,
counts and we swing at
Adrian
horrible
Hall.
pitches.
And we all know
And we're
about
just
the
hitting
slider. It's
every
just filthy,
fucking
man. And
button that we
one of the better
can.
ones in the game, I'd say spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Out to short, Crawford. And they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And next to hit for the Sox, Dominic Fletcher. Edge of the zone, called a strike. 0-1.
Fuck off.
And a foul ball.
God damn it, Fletcher.
Alive. And the 0-2. That's down and in. 1 out, base is empty. Inside. And that's ball 2.
It's all right. Getting a little annoyed with this guy's at-bats. He's had a couple longer ones.
Gets a piece there.
And we're just having a lot of trouble putting them away. We're going to throw basically every pitch we have at him.
Up the middle. Crawford.
Goodness gracious.
That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on
That
base.
was fucking miserable. It was another 9-pitch at bat
Andrew Benintendi
in this
steps up.
game.
Ball 1 there.
That's a strike. Why are you calling that a ball in a 6-0 game with 2 away?
One strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Yeah.
With this
Okay.
win, this
So,
team ties
look,
the
I don't blame
lead
you if you didn't really watch
26
much of this series.
wins in a row.
Look,
It's
it's the
hard
White
to
Sox.
fathom if you go back to win
They
number
suck,
1,
okay?
to think
They
that
suck. To think that we
25
actually
years
played them
later,
in the
they would
playoffs
still be
a couple
in
years
the
ago, and I
winning
believe that
column.
series
Just an
went to
incredible
5
job.
games.
This is
Let me see
amazing
if I
to
can pull
watch
that
right
up
now.
real quick.
6-0 is how this
Let's go
one
to
ends.
studio.
And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For
maybe
Chris
go
Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB
White
The Show,
Sox?
thanks for stopping by. I'm John
10
Shambi.
videos.
Talk to you soon.
That's I'm not going to bring it up, is it? February 24th. Maybe just White Sox? No. I bet it's like CWS. What is it under? Wild? Playoffs? That's too much. At Chicago and Seattle, we played them in the ALDS back in 2022, excuse me. So they are a team that we have seen be successful, but they're not good now. I feel like we saw them before as well, but we definitely didn't. And now a wild card, so all right. There you go. We win 6-0, so each game was a margin of victory of 6. Martin Perez went 5 innings, 5 hits, 1 strikeout, no walks, 2 earned on his line. Corey Lee and Luis Robert, the only guys with hits. They both had strikeouts, and Lenyn Sosa, his hit streak comes to an end. I believe they said 8 games at one point. Crawford was 1 for 4 for us. 1 for 4 with a 2-run blast. Maybe the most surprising home run of the season. Dylan Moore, 2 for 4, another surprising home run. He knocked in a total of 3, so he knocked in half of our runs today. Luke Raley with a solo shot. Harry Ford was 1 for 3 with a double and scored a run. His first hit in his major league career. Brian Wu is your player of the game and gets the win. 5.2 strong innings, 9 strikeouts, and goose eggs where you want them. No hits, no earned, no walks. As we complete the sweep of the Chicago White Sox. Shouldn't really be that much of a surprise, but I'm glad that we were able to do it. We will take our big, fat, long win streak into Houston, and we will play the Houston Astros tomorrow. Victor Robles is no longer injured. That is fantastic. My inventory, let's rip a pack real quick. We have 79 of these base show packs. Ooh, yeah, sponsorship. Oh, we have 2 of them. Wow, incredible. Nothing. Oh, and a gold. Kind of makes up for it, I guess. And we get a Houston Astro. Sonny Gray. Quick sell for a nice crisp 1,500. Almost 100,000 stubs for us. And that will do it. Luis Castillo will be on the bump for the Mariners tomorrow, 7-0 with a 1.48 ERA, as we start a 4-game set, a long weekend set against the Houston Astros. Hayden Wesneski, 1-2 with a 1.54 ERA. That's an incredible ERA and a horrible record for that ERA. As we take on the 4th place Astros, they're 19-30. We are somehow 42-6. Today was a bit of a struggle. Took us a little bit to get on the board, but then we opened things up with another 4-run inning in that series to secure the sweep. If you would like to watch more, subscribe over here. Ring the bell down below, and you'll be notified when I post new videos. Playlist updates every day at 6 p.m. Pacific time with new baseball. And up there is this morning's video, which was a level of doom before I went to bed. Was it too much doom before I tried to go relax and I got all amped up on doom? Yeah, and it was only about 49 minutes. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed good sports. Go Mariners, and have a great rest of your night.